Tony, you're obviously frustrated, but there must be a fair bit of pride in there as well.
No, the lads, we work very, very hard on the shape and the discipline of the team when we haven't got the ball, and the goal, was disappointing. We want people to get in behind the goals or in between the goal sticks. When crosses are coming in, but then they have to pick up. It's no good getting there. You've got to then pick up. You can't mark space. And, we've got caught at maybe getting a little bit tired. But the reaction once the ball goes across the face of the goal to the back post, people should have been marking Dzeko, should have looked and picked him up. But, that's a criticism, and it's a harsh criticism of the way the lads have played. So second game on the road, Villa was a very, very tough game and a draining game. And then to come to, well, what looks as though we'll be the champions if anything, and put in a performance like that was fantastic. And Hart save off Ward. I think Ward should have scored at the end with a header on the back post. Puncheon's had a couple of great headers, even the chances first half across the goal. We've created good opportunities and good chances, Guy.
You've listed the chances. The stats show it. It was about being solid here, but you didn't just come here just to sit.
Well, Man City had a lot of the ball and a lot of ball in front of us and in their own half, and people look at the possession, and there's different ways of analysing possession, and we don't mind people playing backwards, square and sideways, especially if they're in their own half. What we don't want is them playing balls between us and up the lines and through the spaces and through the gaps. That's the important passes. If they're prepared to play backwards and square and sideways, then you can have possession all the time you want. The important thing is that you deny them the opportunities to create chances. They've had their chances, they've had their opportunities, and so they should, because they are a great team.
You said about you maybe being harsh, but you were critical of your team's defending for the goal. Is that the way you've got to be with the position that the team's in?
No, it's not a case of it's just wanting them to understand exactly what you want, and never. I'm never happy anyway. The people who have worked with me will always say that I'm not that type of manager that's always smiling and happy. I see things, and we talk and work on things in training, and then if we don't do them in games, then they get told. But they're a good group of lads, and they've worked their absolute socks off to them. We're really, really disappointed that we've not got nothing out of the game.
They say it's the same for all teams with these games coming thick and fast, but you played an unchanged team. City were able to make 6 changes. Is that the sort of difference you're up against?
Nah, the difference is they've spent about 350 million on their team, and one of their wages a week, it must probably pay for half of ours, and that's what happens. It'd be lovely to manage that team. I would be sat on the side then with a cigar in my mouth.